Yo, what's going on everybody and welcome back to the channel. With the conference championships just taking place this past weekend and the Super Bowl teams now being set, I wanted to make a quick video talking about 3 reasons why I believe this Super Bowl is going to go down as one of the greatest Super Bowls of all time. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
So for the first reason I'm going to list in this video, I'm just going to leave it at this. Respect the GOAT. Tom Brady is the greatest football player of all time. I don't know what else he has to do to prove it to everybody. It doesn't matter anymore if you like him, if you hate him, no matter how you feel about him, you have to just respect him because this guy is the greatest player to ever touch a football field. I mean, 44 years old, still going strong, still making it to the Super Bowl. I mean, just what an absolute beast. I mean, he has played in 10 Super Bowls in his 21 seasons in the NFL. I mean, that right there is just ridiculous. The fact that he's played 21 seasons in the NFL is just ridiculous. I mean, in 2021, he went out there, won a conference championship, and looked no different than he did in 2001. I mean, just let that sink in. I mean, that is ridiculous. And to compare him to other quarterbacks that are going right now, he has now won one NFC championship game, only played in the NFC for 1 year. Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees have also both only won one NFC championship game, playing in the NFC their whole career. I mean, this guy just always finds a way to get it done. I mean, what more does he have to prove to be the GOAT? I mean, he's broken just about every record. In 21 seasons, 10 conference championships. In that span, like I said, Drew Brees, 1. Aaron Rodgers, 1. The Dallas Cowboys, 0. I mean, what more does he have to do to prove that he is the greatest quarterback of all time? I mean, no one is even near him anymore. For a while, I was like, oh, well, you know, Joe Montana, he had his great years during the 80s, but nah. Even that, I mean, Tom Brady has eclipsed that, and there's no one left for him to catch. So I say respect the GOAT for a game like this because he is 44 years old, and you never know how much more we're going to see of Tom Brady. Although, yes, he has not shown any real signs of slowing down, Father Time catches up eventually, and I think the point he's at now, we just need to respect greatness and enjoy players like this while they're here. I mean, I was giving Drew Brees flack a second ago, but I mean, we saw Drew Brees play maybe his last NFL game. We for sure saw Phil Rivers play his last NFL game. So we are seeing a generation of great players that are starting to leave the NFL. And Tom Brady is arguably the greatest player of all time and definitely the greatest player of this generation. So I think for this Super Bowl and all Super Bowls going forward, if he makes another one, we just need to respect the GOAT and appreciate a legend like Tom Brady while he's here. Another reason why I think this will be one of the greatest Super Bowls of all times is that the stars will truly be out in this one. Now, moving past just Brady Mahomes, I'll get back to that matchup in a second. There is plenty of star power on display in this game. Obviously, look at the Chiefs. I mean, the best team in the NFL, defending champions. They got guys like Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, obviously. But another story just of a guy, fighting to get back to this stage is Le'Veon Bell. I mean, look at everything that he's gone through with his career, never being able to get it done with the Steelers and being out of the league for a little bit, struggling with contracts and all sorts of things. Now he's back with the Chiefs on this stage with an opportunity for him to win his first Super Bowl, a guy that used to be one of the best running backs in the league. Has, kind of faded out a little bit, but is still back on the stage. So that's another great story to look at. And then on the other side, obviously you have all the talent the Buccaneers have. I mean, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Rob Gronkowski, and Antonio Brown, another story like Le'Veon Bell. Arguably, most likely even more dramatic. I mean, look at everything that he's went through. Obviously, he gets a lot of hate, and a lot of it is warranted, but you can't deny that a story like his is crazy. I mean, looking at what he went through with the Steelers, he was the best wide receiver in the league at one point, and then he left the Steelers, kind of went crazy, was out of the league for a while, and now, like Le'Veon Bell, he's back on the big stage, and is doing more for his team than Le'Veon Bell is, honestly. But he's now in the Super Bowl for the first time, and a guy with all the talent in the world, but can never really get it together and stay focused, now has a chance to win the biggest thing you can win in football. And I mean, as much hate as he gets, I mean, it is cool to see a guy like that finally realizing his potential, at least with his team, and getting to the biggest stage of them all. So overall, apart from just those small stories, which are huge to watch, I mean, just the amount of talent that is going to be on display in this game is just going to be amazing to watch. The final and biggest reason why I believe This is going to be a Super Bowl for the ages. It's just a simple fact of Brady versus Mahomes. What two better quarterbacks could play in this game? Just tell me. Name two better quarterbacks you'd like to see playing in the Super Bowl. Because I can't think of any. These two, in my opinion, are the two best quarterbacks in the NFL. Now, I've not necessarily had the best season. I still stand by Aaron Rodgers for MVP. But these two guys are the two best quarterbacks in the NFL. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time, and Patrick Mahomes is on his way to being an all-time great as well. This game has the opportunity to being a passing the torch type of moment for Brady to Mahomes. I mean, Brady at 44 years old, although he hasn't really slowed down much, is getting up there in age, and Mahomes is coming on as the young star in the NFL. This has a perfect opportunity for the next generation in the NFL to start, for the Mahomes era, for Mahomes to take over Tom Brady's throne and now become the next superstar in the NFL. I mean, look at the two quarterbacks. I mean, Tom Brady obviously has put together the greatest career of all time, and Mahomes already won a Super Bowl, looking to go back to back in this Super Bowl. It just has all the potential to just be a passing the torch moment, and just a great moment in NFL history, and a game that we will look back on for years to come.